like starting this with like the hangover. We are back. We are back. How long's it been? It feels like I know the number.
I feel like
the exact number.
Like we've been like hibernating for the winter. We've just come out of the cave.
It's been 2.5 weeks, almost.
Oh my God.
Which is way too long.
We probably lost all of our listeners in that time. They probably
all of
thought
our 4 listeners.
They thought we quit.
All
maybe
of
they
our 4
thought,
listeners.
maybe they thought we were beefing.
I mean,
maybe they thought we broke up.
That makes for a better pod of beef. It makes for a better pod.
No beef. You just decided to jet off to the Cayman Islands for 4 weeks or however long it seemed like you were gone, and just decided to sit on the beach.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it was 83 and sunny every single day. I did try to get you to do one night, and you had something going on. It was the night before Thanksgiving, Wednesday night. I was like, "Hey, let's do it."
We had a men's basketball game that night.
But I will say, I don't know. Like, if we're gonna do this pod and somebody's traveling, we got to be better. You got to bring the mic. You gotta have better Wi-Fi. I set up the entire night when we recorded before I flew to the Caymans in the Cincinnati Airport Hotel, and downloaded that. It took the entire night for that thing to upload, and I'm still don't even have it uploaded until I got to the Charlotte airport the next day. I did not sleep that night. So that shows commitment.
Sounds like a lot of complaining and whining and crying over there on your part.
I think it sounds a little more like just grinding. Just grinding.
Oh, grinding. I was ready to do a show when you were in the Caymans, and you decided, nope, I'm going to go out with my friends and have a few beverages. And
it was the last night. It was the last night.
I see where your priorities are. I see that you go to the Caymans, you make new friends. You don't want to talk to any of us in Louisville anymore. So
I mean, I was on the beach the entire day. A lot of 7 Fathoms and rum, some K-Brew lights.
Also, why do you look like you're out in a snowstorm when you're sitting in your living room?
I'm not in my living room.
Is your heat broken over there?
No, it's just cold outside. Came in from outside.
You're about to go play pickup hockey on the ice pond out back. Like, you've wet.
Dude, I'll play some sports. Hockey's not going to be one of them.
No.
I don't do anything that rolls or slides underneath my feet to where the legs can go opposite directions. Yeah, that's not it for me.
I don't know. Yeah, you just look like you're cold in your own house. I'm looking to get like some heating and cooling business out there to take a look at it for you.
I mean, I was used to 83 and sunny for every day, and then I come home to a damn blizzard. Land at 12:30. Tuesday morning at this point. I traveled all day last Monday. Land at 12:30 Tuesday morning. There's supposed to be snow. I'm like, it ain't snowing. We're going. Drive for about 20 minutes, and then it's a blizzard.
Boo-hoo. I had to go to the Cayman Islands, and now I have to go through a blizzard.
Dude, 18-wheelers just blowing by me like nothing's going on. You can't see 5 feet in front of you. I'm going down 71. Should have stopped at the Verona exit, and it's like 10 miles to the next exit. Finally got there, camped out at a gas station for like 4 hours. 2 hours into the stay, I get a knock on my window because I'm actually at the pump because I'm covered. Get a knock on the window. Hey, you can't park here. We got customers. Lady, you ain't got nobody coming to get gas in a blizzard. So I have to move. At 5:30, I'm like, all right, I'm going. Go like 25 miles an hour for about 30 minutes. And then finally, the roads have been hit a little bit by the trucks. Was able to get up to about 45, 50, pulled in the driveway at about 7 a.m.
Man, you're just a superhuman hero. Like, look at you.
No, I mean, I've sat and did nothing for 4 hours. I don't think that's very superhuman.
You make it seem like you're like the old man. Back in my day, I had to go 15 miles up the hill with no shoes. And
this was a week ago. Back in my day, a week ago. Back in my day.
You toughen up.
It takes a lot for me to pull over. I don't actually know if I've ever done that, but you could not. No, there was no way. There was no way. But we made it. Slept for a couple hours. Got some work in on Tuesday, and then we couldn't do the show last Wednesday because you were on the road at Arkansas, and we're finally back. That is the 6'6" Neil. I am the 4'10" Nick. It is finally back, the Height Differential, and we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Sure do.
College football playoffs are here. We have the first round matchups. We have the buys.
We have it all. We've got the controversy, we've got the matchups, we've got the playoffs, we got it all. A little bit of
We'll,
everything.
we'll talk a little NFL. We'll talk the Bengals after getting a big win at Baltimore, looking like they what you wanted them to kind of look like because you knew their defense wasn't going to be great. They were moving the ball, but they figured out a way to lose. We'll obviously go into that. LeBron's scoring streak of 1 million games with 10 plus points came to an end in Toronto. A raccoon gets drunk at a liquor store, and I think we'll end it with another team tall versus team small draft. We'll do Christmas movies. We'll see if we can throw in another hot take like the noodles and gravy.
That's to this day, people still come up to me and be like, "What is wrong with Nick Evans and noodles and gravy?"
Well, you're gonna have to tell Grandma Whalen that
Was
she's wrong.
Grandma? I mean, was Grandma Whalen? Was she German?
Uh,
According to my mom,
her maiden name was Rock.
according to
My other grandma was German.
according to my mother, she says that when she was growing up, her grandparents made noodles and gravy as well, and it was a German
Okay,
thing. But
so
that stopped. That stopped along the way somewhere. Thank
I'm
goodness.
sure that's where it derived from.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I shouldn't have picked it so high, but I was picking what
shouldn't
my
have picked
favorite
it at
things
all.
are.
You shouldn't
I
have
was
picked
picking
it at
No, I
all.
love it. I'm definitely gonna pick it, but I could have picked it 6 or 7.
You could have picked it dead last behind
I mean,
every
I also will agree we've gotten some beat for not taking the white turkey. We only took the dark turkey.
dark turkey is superior.
I don't disagree with that, but
We messed up. Pumpkin pie should have been on there. I'll take I'll take blame for that. Should have put pumpkin
hey,
pie in there.
it's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's fun to hear everybody. I mean, for the last 2 weeks, all I've heard is you're an idiot. Noodles and gravy. I was like, well,
Man,
sorry,
I love this
my grandma's
philosophy.
noodles and gravy were delicious, and my mom has carried on the tradition.
I mean, that's just another reason for people to call you an idiot. You usually get called an idiot throughout the year, not just around Thanksgiving, but that's just another reason. You
Yeah,
just give
because
people
I
reasons.
love what my mom and my grandma cook. Whoa, you're an idiot. Like, are you kidding me? I admit there's some things I'm idiot for. That ain't one of them.
Picking noodles and gravy second overall is pretty bad.
All right, well let's get into this playoff.
Yeah.
Going into it, kind of had an idea. Really, I guess were there surprises on Championship Sunday? I mean, the IU Ohio State game was a great game. Didn't really have an effect on the other than 1 and 2. Texas Tech kind of put BYU to bed. With
Yeah.
BYU could have got in if they would have won, but
Yeah.
after going straight down the field and looking like this was going to be different, they did nothing the rest of the game. And Georgia puts it on Alabama, which really, I mean, I guess I don't know if you should get penalized for making this a championship game and losing, but BYU clearly did as they fell multiple spots. Alabama doesn't fall at all. But I guess you got to start at Notre Dame being moved out and Miami being moved in, despite the fact that neither one of them played.
Yeah, I mean that's what everybody's talking about is like that last at large spot and who should have had it. Was it Miami? Was it Notre Dame? Should it have been BYU? And people were
Well,
kind
and
of
I think Alabama
even
needs to be in there too.
Vanderbilt was even
Yeah.
mentioned as an outside chance of maybe getting that last spot. But I mean, when you look at it all, I mean, yes, BYU got penalized for playing in that game because they got moved back a spot. They weren't in the playoff last week in the rankings, but they got jumped by a Miami team who did not play a game. So when you do that, then the committee all of a sudden uses that logic as, oh, wait, Notre Dame and Miami are back-to-back in these rankings. Well, let's use the head-to-head, which they should have done from the beginning. They just decided to do it, in the last week when neither one of them played a game. So I think the committee got it right. I just think that they got it right too late. I think that Miami probably should have been in ahead of Notre Dame before now.
Well, I mean, and look, we've talked about how these 30-minute shows that are made for TV are kind of annoying, right?
They're very annoying. Yes.
Like they just drag it out,
Yes.
and it's all made for TV. If you don't have these, there's no controversy at all.
Correct.
Because if you look at it side by side, their resumes are very similar. And I know it's the first game of the season, but Miami beat Notre Dame. There you go. I mean, that's it.
I
So,
don't I don't think you wouldn't have what you have now. I mean, the made for TV stuff is just the entertainment. You still have the rankings. So when the rankings come out and there's Notre Dame's ahead of Miami, you're going to have rankings every week, even if it's made for TV entertainment or not. You're still going to have rankings, and there's still going to be controversy. So just having it on TV to me is just pointless anyway. I mean, it's not
well,
very
they're
good.
making money off of it.
You're making money off of it, but I mean, I would like to know what the ratings were every week. I mean, are people really watching it? I mean, you're doing it at halftime of basketball games or in between double headers of basketball games. So you're still going to have rankings. You still need rankings because you want to know, like if you're where your team is, if you're a coach, like where are we? Like, what are we expecting? So I just think that they got it wrong leading up until now, and then they finally got it right, but they got it right at the last minute, and that's what everybody's all upset about.
Well, Neil, so the first rankings was November the 4th. And in that ranking, Notre Dame was 10. Do you know where Miami was?
Were they like 6-18?
They were 18.
Yeah.
And at that point, both teams were 6-2. And obviously Miami had recently taken losses to Louisville and SMU. So that was a kind of a recency thing. Notre Dame's first 2 losses came at the beginning of the season. Since those rankings came out on November the 4th, both Notre Dame and Miami are 4-0, obviously. Both of them have 1 win over a ranked team, and the ranked team is the same ranked team in Pitt.
Pitt, yeah.
And both teams have blown out their opponents. Notre Dame's average margin of victory is 38. Miami's average margin of victory in those 4 games is 28. But when you go, you're 8 spots behind. You're 8 spots behind. And your resumes are super similar in those 4 games where they move 8 spots and jump them. And that's why the head-to-head didn't matter then, because they had them as 8 teams better.
Well, but how many teams between those? But with your 18, I mean, those 7 teams that are in between Miami and Notre Dame, they probably all lost at some point. Which then, when a team loses, they get dropped. So Miami's going to move up, even though you might say they didn't deserve it or they didn't earn it because they didn't beat anybody. Well, you're not going to keep them stay. Like, people that lose are going to go behind them. So eventually, in those 4 weeks, Miami caught up because people lost. Teams
But
lost.
the committee still thought that Notre Dame was 8 spots higher than Miami
At that
at
time.
one point when they had very similar resumes and knew that Notre Dame had lost to Miami.
Which I don't know why Notre Dame was even that high to begin with. They should not have been 10th even back then. I mean, you look at what they've done all year. Yeah, like they have 2 really tough, close losses, one to Miami and one to
I
Texas
combined
A&M.
4 points.
Combined 4 points. But then outside of that, like who else have they beaten? Like, what is their best win? I mean, you played Purdue, Arkansas, Boise, NC State. I mean, they beat a USC team, which is probably their best
That's
win.
their only ranked win.
Probably their best win, but
That's their only ranked win.
You close the year with Stanford and Syracuse and Navy and Boston College. It's like, ugh, like not great teams. I mean, you can only beat the teams that are on your schedule, and Miami's head-to-head win over Notre Dame is better than anything Notre Dame had done. And when they're back-to-back, you gotta.
No, I think they got it right. I don't know how at one point you have them 8 spots higher, and then their resumes were similar then, they're similar now, and now all of a sudden they're in front of them.
I just think it came down to Notre Dame was too high to begin with.
Well, and if you talk about strength of schedule, Notre Dame's is 42, Miami's 44. Miami's best win, only ranked win, is the win at Notre Dame. I mean, obviously that's the difference. I mean, look, to me, like, you can throw Alabama into the mix. Like, they look terrible on Saturday. And I don't know if you should be able to be penalized for making a conference championship game.
You shouldn't.
Now, SMU dropped several spots last year when they lost, but they still made the playoff.
Yeah.
Alabama didn't move at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can really. I mean, the only place you're going to move them is to what, 10?
Well, I mean, if they're going to get in.
Yeah. So then you would just put Miami at 9, and I don't know if you're going to do that. So I mean, Alabama, they did not look great against Georgia, but you know, you look at their whole season, and they beat Georgia earlier in the year. They beat a Vanderbilt team that was being mentioned, as one of the teams that could sneak in there at the end. So a team that's on the fringe playoff. They beat a ranked Tennessee team at the time. They played a close game against Oklahoma, who they're going to face again in the playoff. They have some really good wins. They have a bad loss.
They have the worst loss
They have
of those teams.
yeah, they do have the worst loss, but they also have the best win, and probably, I mean, you look at that in Vandy and Tennessee, they probably has a resume when you compare it between Notre Dame and Miami and Alabama. They probably, even with that Florida State loss, still have quite a few better wins.
Yeah, and their strength of schedule is 11. I mean, which is way higher than 44 and 42. I mean, the Florida State loss opened the season. I mean, it ends up being just a terrible
And I
loss.
mean, I
Now,
think
at
that
the
makes it,
time,
listen, I
at
don't
the
know.
time, you're thinking maybe Florida
Yeah,
State's back.
if you're the committee, and I mean, this is an argument in Notre Dame's favor. Is you look at that bad loss and you're like, well, it's week 1. Like, how are they playing now? Or how did the rest of the season go? And maybe you give a little leniency because that loss was in week 1 compared to if they had lost to Florida State in week 10. I think if you would have lost Florida State in week 10, you're probably going to get penalized a lot more than you losing to them in week 1, which Notre Dame's counterpart is when they lost week 1 to Miami. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, VYU's. I mean, they weren't in head into the week, so obviously them getting trounced is not going to move them in to the conversation. But I mean, they've got wins over Utah, who was beating the brakes off of a lot of teams there at the end of the year. They beat Arizona, who is playing really well at the end of the year. Their 2 losses are to the same team. Their strength of schedule is 34. Uh, I'm I'm not saying that they should have got in over Alabama or Miami, but I don't know. I just
How
it
much do you
the
think? How much do you think the factor in the committee's mind? I don't know if this was asked to them or not. Was if you don't put Miami in, you're shutting out a Power 4 conference. Like, are you willing
well,
to deal with the consequences of that?
to me, that's the ACC's fault.
Don't
Like, figure
disagree.
out a way to get Miami in the championship game when you've got a 5-way tie for second place.
You just got to follow the tiebreakers that are in place, and I don't know what you like. How do you do that? I mean,
Y
people say you go off the college football playoff rankings. Well, those don't come out until Tuesday, and you have a game on Saturday. So teams that are playing in the game on
I know.
Saturday are going to need to know, hey, I'm playing in this game before Tuesday rolls around.
Yeah,
You can't go off the previous week's rankings because that could change. That could change.
but if Miami's playing Virginia, you don't deal with all this.
How do you just say, all right, you're in because we think you're better? Like, that's just a
I mean, that's what
subjective
the
thing.
playoff committee does.
Have an ACC committee, and then the
I mean,
standings
that's
don't.
100%. That's what the playoff committee does.
You're just going to say that the regular season standings and results just don't matter?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what you do, but having a Duke team that's 7-5, that that's JMU's best win, right? James
Who?
Madison? Isn't that
No,
James Madison's best win? They beat Duke?
they did
Or
not play
was it
Duke.
Tulane that beat Duke? Tulane beat
Tulane,
Duke.
Tulane beat Duke. James Madison didn't really beat it.
Yeah. Yeah, James, I've got their schedules up here. But that's what opens it up to this happening is Duke playing in that game. And does Tulane and James Madison, do they have a chance? We saw James Madison in person.
No, I mean, clearly, like, no. Like, Notre Dame is by far a better team than both of those. BYU is a better team than both of those. But you can't just tell the non-power 4 teams you're never going to get a chance to win a national championship. Because then what are you playing football for? You got to give them a chance.
Uh, it's just they're both gonna be 20-point dogs.
But they've
And
earned the right
did
to
they?
try.
Let me read you off James Madison's wins.
What do you want them to do? Nobody's going to schedule them.
But, like, still, like,
Like, they're lucky.
Weber
Like,
State,
no, like,
Liberty, Georgia Southern, Georgia State, Louisiana,
you
Old
gotta be
Dominion,
down.
Texas State, Marshall, App State, Washington State, Coastal, and Troy.
I understand that. But what do you want them to do? They can't change content. The SEC is not going to say, come on, James Madison, we'll take you on as a member. Neither is the ACC or the Big 10 or the Big 12. They're stuck in a Power 4 conference. They're always going to be in a Power 4 conference, at least for the foreseeable future. So they can't help who's in their conference. They just play the teams that's on their schedule. And I guarantee you the Alabamas of the world aren't going to want to schedule them. Anybody like
Oh, yeah.
Louisville did. Louisville did because Louisville will play anybody.
I
And they
was
lost
well,
to
I
Louisville.
mean, yeah, and
But
I mean, it wasn't the prettiest game,
I guarantee you James
but
Madison would jump at the opportunity to play the big boys if the big boys would
one
wouldn't be scared.
1000%.
So then
But if
don't
you look at
penalize
that
James.
schedule,
So don't penalize James Madison because nobody wants to play him, and that they're only can only beat the teams on their schedule, and that's what they did.
Tulane's wins, Northwestern, South Alabama, Duke. They're gonna get a rematch against Ole Miss where they lost 45-10 already. That's exciting. Beat Tulsa, East Carolina, Army, lost to UTSA, Memphis, FAU, Temple, Charlotte, North Texas. And we
So
get
how
them.
many? And what is there? How many of these playoff teams are missing their coaches, or will be missing their? I mean, coaches are leaving or have left already.
Summerall's coaching Tulane.
I know, and so is the James Madison coach. I'm pretty sure too. But so what do we have? Three playoff teams who are having coaching changes.
Yeah, but it's because you got two non-power 4 teams in the playoff. And if you get a non-power 4 team into the playoff, guess what? You're probably going to be coaching somewhere else next year.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I don't think this is a thing that's going to happen often.
No, but ACC's got to be better. It's the ACC's fault.
Yeah. Miami's good. They just
weren't good enough to play in the ACC championship game.
I know.
Which causes all this. Like, the point was to get one of these in here. The good news is they changed the rules from last year, or Tulane would be getting a bye.
That would be insane. Yeah, no, you're right.
Seriously.
No, I know. The top 4 conference champions would get a bye. Yeah, we all agree that was a bad rule to begin with.
I don't know. And you know who gets
honestly, here's how you fix it. There is a fix, and the fix is coming. Is you go to 16 teams, you get the.
We're just going to keep increasing it. It'll be 64.
And
then they'll be like, "What we need the first 4," and then it'll go to 68.
16 teams is the answer. That's enough teams.
No, then they'll be crying about 17 and 18.
I mean, and then all right. So what? Then what if you want to cry about who should get in, Virginia or I don't know, like Cincinnati at that point? Then no,
I mean,
that's dumb.
I would love to see Vanderbilt in this thing.
If it was a 16-team playoff, they would be.
I know, but everybody's talking about Texas and how good they played at the end of the year. They beat A&M. A&M had the weakest SEC schedule, was undefeated through 11 games. I mean, I think they're good. They beat Notre Dame. But I don't know. Everybody's like, if Texas didn't play Ohio State, would they be in? And now they're crying because we went on the road and played Ohio State in week 1. Well, you lost to Florida too.
To Florida. Yeah.
It's just all goes back to the ACC. Because having Tulane in this thing as the 12 would not be that big a deal.
I honestly don't think Tulane should have been in over James Madison. Put James Madison ranked ahead of Tulane.
Did you just read the teams that I said James Madison beat?
Yeah, they beat them all. You just told me Tulane lost to Texas San Antonio. You lose to Texas San Antonio, you don't get in the playoff. You lose to Louisville, you do get in the playoff because there's 2 teams in the playoff that lost to Louisville and they're still in it.
Let's see. UTSA at the time was 4-4. And they didn't just lose; they lost 48-26.
Yeah, that's an automatic disqualification from the playoff. Get out, James Madison. You're in. You actually beat everybody on your schedule except for a Power 4 team. And Tulane, you can just go to the Liberty Bowl.
And so TNT's getting playoff games for the first time. Do you know the games they get?
Are they first round games? They get the James Madison and Tulane games.
Yeah.
Let's talk about just keeping it with the playoff is obviously Indiana, Ohio State were the 2 best teams all year that they were ranked 1 and 2. They play each other in a great game, defensive slugfest. Indiana wins, so they get the 1 seed, and Ohio State loses and they just drop 1 spot to number 2, which I agree with.
I agree with that.
I think that they should be the 2. But then you look at the path and who these teams are going to play. You're Indiana, you're playing the winner of Oklahoma and Alabama, and Ohio State gets the winner of Texas A&M and Miami. If I was IU, would rather have the Texas A&M and Miami winner. Personally, I think you get the harder road being the 1 seed here.
Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma's offense has not been the same since Mateer got hurt early in the year. Alabama looked terrible on Saturday, and they're kinda banged up.
But they've
I
beaten Georgia, they've beaten,
I
like, we
I
talked about
I I don't know.
Texas A&M having the easiest SEC schedule. I think they're good, but I don't think that they're that good. They had a miracle comeback against South Carolina when they were down 31 nothing at halftime or whatever it was.
I mean, Miami's the best team they've played all year.
Yeah. I I think IU kinda has the harder second round matchup being the 1
I
seed.
mean, to be fair, these are the 10 best teams in the country, leave the 11 and 12 out of it. You're not gonna get an easy road. Every game's gonna be hard, especially if you get a bye, but, I mean, you started talking about like, it's just can you comprehend the fact that Indiana has beat Ohio State to win the Big Ten championship?
It's pretty surreal, no, nobody in our lifetime, nobody would have thought this was possible. They've always they stunk when we were kids and even up until all of our adult lives until last year. So, no,
They were the worst, like, Power 4 team
in the history of football, they had the
exists.
most that's true, they do have the most they had the most losses, in college football. I think Northwestern might have just overtaken them in this season for most losses in college football history. So, no, it's absolutely a miracle what Kurt Cignetti's done.
And honestly, the miracle is the word.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, in your biggest dreams, you would not have imagined
no, and
this.
and they're not doing it with five-star recruits and all that. They're doing it the key players on this team. I mean, Mendoza's a transfer from Cal, but a lot of these guys that are still around were transfers from James Madison. Fisher, Surratt, both James Madison guys. Pons, James Madison guy. They're star players for mid-major players just 3 years ago.
And dude in the introductory press conference just like, "Google me, bro. I'll win. I'll win."
Yeah, and then he comes out at the halftime of the basketball game after he's introduced as head coach and just goes on a thing of Purdue sucks, Michigan sucks, and Ohio State sucks. Look at it.
I mean, he's a maniac.
He
And
he talked his talk and he backed it up
you
100%.
I mean, you have to be a little bit of a maniac to be a really good coach. You have to, and he clearly is that. And how much did you love the third down call where they just give it to Mendoza, let him make the throw down the field, and just
Yeah,
put that game on ice?
yeah. I mean,
I mean, a lot of coaches would have ran there. I feel like you just play conservative a little bit. Your
try to
defense
run
has
the
been
clock.
great the whole
Yeah.
game.
I mean, play to win the game. That's what Herm
I
Edwards
just
once said. Play to win
no,
the
I
game.
love it. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, Mendoza, he was good. Was it 21 to 28 or something like that, I think, for 250 touchdown. The one pick that he threw was just kind of a busted play on that screen. It just was weird, but I don't know. He did enough to win. He made the winning plays. He made the winning throws. He threw the back shoulder fade to Surratt for the only touchdown that they scored that game, and that was enough.
Well,
Defense. It was defense was the story. They
well,
got
and
out.
we've talked about that a lot this year.
We did.
How everybody talks about their offense, and everybody talks about Ohio State's defense. And we've talked how, yeah, it's not as good as Ohio State's defense, but they have one of the best defenses in the country, and they put pressure on Saying all night. And I mean, yeah, when you win 13-10, your defense is going to be the story of the game. But I don't know that defense that hasn't got enough credit all year, and
I think.
I think
Yeah.
it's impossible not to give them credit now.
Yeah, I mean, they held Ohio State to just 58 yards rushing. Let's see how many sacks they had in this game. They had 5 sacks as a team.
I mean,
Forced an interception. I mean, they got after it. They got after saying they put pressure on them, and that's what won it.
yeah, 13-10. I mean, I think the over under was like 44, which I thought was kind of high with both those defenses. I don't win a lot of bets, but I got that one home.
And I
I
think,
got that one home.
with Mendoza getting this thing across the finish line, 12-0, 13-0, Big Ten champion, beat saying, I think he's the heavy, overwhelming favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. I mean, what do you think?
Oh, he's gonna win. He's gonna win.
Nobody's gonna touch him, right?
They announced the field earlier today. It's Mendoza and Saying, and then Jeremiah Love and Diego Pavia.
A guy Rodriguez got snubbed from Texas
He
Tech.
got snubbed. He got snubbed, but I mean, dude, that team can win it all.
Yeah, they absolutely could.
And I mean, we've talked about them a little bit, but started talking about them late in the year. I
Yeah,
mean,
honestly, like, I haven't watched much of them. Maybe a game here and there, but, like, I don't know a lot about them except for Rodriguez, Rodriguez, Rodriguez.
yeah. I mean, they put a lot of money into that team.
They sure did.
A lot of money in that team, and it doesn't always work when you're spending that kind of the big bucks and got to mold everything together. But that team's tough, and that's a good BYU team that went straight down the field that first drive, and then Texas Tech made adjustments, and they could not do anything the rest of the game. But to get back to Signetti, we were talking about off air a little bit. Like, is there anything even comparable to this in college
No,
basketball?
not the success that he's had with a program that you basically had to start over with, and when Tom Allen left IU a couple years ago, they won, what, 2 games, 3 games the season before Signetti got there. So he starts fresh, brings in basically a whole new roster, and in 2 years builds them up to the number 1 seed, the Big Ten champion and number 1 seed in the college football playoff. So
There's nothing.
there's
Yeah.
nothing that's close to it to where you could have success that quickly. And the only example that I thought about, and I told you this, was Scott Drew at Baylor and the mess that he took over when, Baylor basketball was coming off one player murdering another player, and the head coach was covering it up, and they had to cancel all their non-conference games. They basically played a half a season of basketball, and it was just a complete mess at Baylor. And Scott Drew has taken that program to a national championship and a perennial, usually a ranked team. So
I mean,
it
yeah.
was a long-term plan that ended up working, but no, nothing comparable to something this quickly.
Well, to be fair, not many coaches have came in and had to recover their program from a murder scandal.
Yeah.
Took
Yeah.
him like 6, 7 years to get to the Elite Eight, but I mean, still, no, I agree with you. Just the job that he did there was remarkable. What Kelvin Sampson has done at Houston, I think it's not the same thing, but it's been impressive.
And not
They
that
had some history though in the early '80s of being one of the better teams in the country.
and if you use a recent example, and it's not comparable because IU football has been bad for so long. They're the losingest team in basically college football history. But look at the job Pat Kelsey's done in 2 years at Louisville. I mean, that's a quick. You talk about a quick turnaround like Signetti had. Pat Kelsey came in with basically after the 2 years of a 4-win season and an 8-win season and a brand new roster that he had to construct and put together for the portal. In year one, he goes to the NCAA tournament and wins, 20 however many games, and then this year he's ranked in the top 10. So depending on where this is, if the season finishes out like Louisville fans hope it does with the Final Four or potential national championship, I mean that's kind of along the same path.
Yeah, I mean, but you're also talking about a program that's probably top 5 program all time, tradition-wise, and has won 3 national titles.
Yes,
I mean, it's
it's
just
not the same, but yeah,
that's why this is impossible.
yeah.
Even, like, Brad Stevens at Butler getting to back-to-back championship games, they at least had a little bit of history. I mean, some people talked about the job Lute Olson did at Arizona when he first took the job. He got them rolling pretty quick and turned them into a powerhouse. A little bit before our time when he took over the reins at Arizona. So maybe need to look into that a little more, but it's just it's unparalleled. It's absolutely unparalleled, and no Indiana fan in their wildest dreams would ever be like, "We're gonna make the playoff in year 1, and in year 2, we're gonna be the number 1 overall seed, 13-0 and Big Ten champs." Nobody. And if anybody did say that, you'd be a maniac, and the only maniac that was saying it was your head coach, and he made it happen.
That's a true story. That's just the true story.
So, Oregon, James Madison, do we even need to debate it? Oregon's gonna win, right?
Oregon's gonna crush them.
So
Yeah,
you got Alabama, Oklahoma,
it's in Norman.
and
Oklahoma
Norman.
just beat Alabama in Alabama. I mean, I guess I got to give the edge to the Sooners, small edge to the Sooners. I don't know who's favored in that game, but I'm guarantee you that
I think it's like a 1-point spread.
yeah, it's got to be close. I think that'll be a great game. But with it being in Norman and the way that Alabama looked on Saturday. I think maybe Oklahoma. They have an
And
extra week. They had that extra week to rest up as well.
yeah, I think it's going to be a really good game. I think it is going to be really low scoring. Neither one of these offenses look great right now. Um, Oklahoma got turnovers in that first game to really kind of propel them to the win. I don't know. I think I would lean Bama just because they're Bama. Oklahoma's a 1.5 point favorite.
I mean, it's basically a pick 'em. It's
Yeah,
also
Oregon's 21 point favorite, thanks to James Madison being in the field. That game is on December 20th at 7:30. The Alabama-Oklahoma game will be the Friday night game at 8 o'clock. And then you got Tulane at Ole Miss. That is the 3:30 game on Saturday. I mean, they already showed what they can do, and
that won't
like,
be.
move these games. Why are we watching rematches? 2 rematches in the first 4 games.
I mean, I don't. I think Ole Miss wins that game, but I think it's closer than people might think. I mean, is there going to be any kind of adjustment without having Lane Kiffin on your sideline? Like with all the distraction and the circus that went on, for the last 2 to 3 weeks, like maybe by then it'll be in 2 weeks when they end up playing, that'll all be in the past and everybody's moved on. But I don't know. Without having your head coach that's been there for all 12 of your games, like, is there an adjustment? I think
I don't know.
Tulane closer than you think.
I mean, that game is they're 17.5 point favorites. They've already beat them by 35. Just flip Ole Miss and A&M so we don't have to watch this rematch. Like, A&M's undefeated the whole year until they lose to Texas in a rivalry game, and they move all the way down to 7.
Because
Uh,
it didn't play anybody.
I know. And then you get the nooner on Saturday is Miami at A&M. A&M is 4 point favorite.
I'm taking Miami in that one.
I knew you would. I don't trust Carson Beck.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you, but I don't know. I think Miami, they're playing really good football at the end of the year ever since that Louisville and SMU loss, and they've already proven they can beat good teams. They beat Notre Dame. A&M struggled with a couple of games at the end of the year with Texas, and that, like I said, that would they come back from 30 to nothing. It's the bad South Carolina team. So they might be a little overrated, and I think Miami can go in there and take care of business, especially an afternoon game. I think noon helps Miami's cause.
I just also think that's a tough place to play, and that gives A&M such an advantage. Being A&M playing on their home field. I'm taking Marcel Reed in the Aggies. I also really like Elko. I trust him more than Cristobal, 100%.
You're an ACC hater. ACC.
You know what?
You're an
Do
ACC.
you want to close these brackets out? So you've got Oregon at Texas Tech in the Orange Bowl.
It's a long way to go for the Oregon Ducks. It's like I know Oregon's good, and I know Texas Tech is really good. I didn't watch much of Texas Tech. I watched more of Oregon than I had Texas Tech. Both Oregon coordinators are leaving. I mean, they're probably distracted with trying to set up their new jobs and get their players on their new teams. So give me Texas Tech. Just simple fact of Oregon's going so far, and
Yeah, I'm going Tech in
coordinators are
that
both
one.
leaving, and I don't know. I think they might be a little distracted.
I'm going Tech in that one. I really think they can win it all. And then I don't care if it's Alabama or Oklahoma, I'm not picking against the Hoosiers, which how crazy is that? You've got 2 blue bloods in Bama and Oklahoma coming in to play Indiana.
They're not coming in to play Indiana.
We're going to the Rose Bowl to play Indiana. I mean, coming in, like, they had to win a game to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think
I ain't picking against the Hoosiers till I see them get beat. And so then you got a Georgia Ole Miss rematch.
Georgia.
Yeah, without Lane Kiffin, I'm definitely going Georgia in that one. And then, I mean, I don't think Miami or A&M can beat Ohio State. So then you got Tech and Indiana, and you got Georgia and Ohio State. So we did all the 5 to 12 for nothing because we got the top 4 seeds in the Final Four.
And those semifinal games are going to be awesome.
They're supposed to be, right? Well, and that's why they fixed this last year, because the first 4 seeds all got beat when they were conference champions.
I think if there's a team that's going to give IU, and like I said, I don't know much about it, but for some reason, I just feel like Texas Tech would be a huge challenge. If there's a team that's going to beat IU, I think it would be them. If IU can get through Texas Tech, I think they can win the entire thing.
Yeah, I mean, do you think Georgia can beat Ohio State? I mean, the way they played
No,
on Saturday against Bama, they're clicking, they're playing their best football.
I'm still taking Ohio State.
I think I would. I mean, I think you're going to see a rematch of the Big Ten championship in the national championship game. I mean, it's just amplified by 100. The fact Indiana's playing Ohio State for a Big Ten championship, and it's like the biggest thing ever. And then if they can do it a month later for the whole chip, I mean, it's not even real life.
So if Ohio State beats them in the national title, do we get to have Game 3?
No, I don't think that's the way it works, dude.
They should.
I don't think that's the way it works. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be fun to see Indiana try to win the thing. But you're right. If everything plays out, those semifinal games are pretty dang good.
Really good.
And they should be.
Yes.
And maybe we just skip all this and go back to the way it used to be, because that's what we would have got. If you just go to 4 teams. This is just what you get.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody wanted 12.
Yeah,
everybody wanted 12.
But
so we can get Tulane and James Madison in here and get waxed by 40.
I just think somewhere along the way, somebody's probably going to pull an upset. I mean, you look at last year's national title game between Ohio State and Notre Dame, and both Ohio State and Notre Dame played in the first round. They both hosted playoff games in the first round. And
all teams that got buys lost.
Yeah.
All 4.
Yeah. Well, that was before conference. That was back when conference champions automatically got a bye, and we all agreed that they probably shouldn't.
Right.
But
how do we get this? How do we get this wrong? How hard is it to make a 12-team tournament? Like, we're going to make more changes again next year to keep this from happening.
Yeah.
They keep getting things wrong. Like, it shouldn't be that hard.
Didn't you fix it?
I mean, I do agree. One team should be able to get in. That's not a Power 4. But having 2 of 12 is too many.
Okay.
17%. I had to do the math on my calculator. 17% of the teams are Tulane and James Madison that have no chance to win at all. None. 0. They cannot win. If they can't win one game.
I really hope James Madison goes to Eugene and wins and just shuts you up.
But even if that happens, they're not going to win the whole thing.
Don't sleep on Tulane. I'm not convinced Tulane can't win at Ole Miss.
They lost to UTSA. You just cussed them out on your own 15 minutes ago.
I did. You're right. I don't know. I'm not sold on Ole Miss.
Well, they're anytime you lose your coach, you don't know what's going to happen.
But who did they struggle with earlier in the year that wasn't a great team? They beat them by like 3 at home.
I mean, teams are allowed to struggle.
No, they're not.
No, they're not? Okay. As long as you figure out a way to win.
They're not allowed to struggle. Let me see. Who was the Ole Miss? They had a terrible team that they barely beat. Washington State. They beat Washington State at home by 3. They beat a bad Arkansas team by only 6.
Well, that's James Madison's best win. They beat Washington State by 4.
They don't play.
So I guess they belong in now. Put them in. Put them in.
James Madison's not playing Ole Miss though. Tulane is.
Put them in.
I really hope one of those teams wins, and I just get to get back on here and cuss you out.
You do see what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying. So what you do is you go to 16 teams, and that shuts everybody up.
Fix it.
It does.
12 is fine.
It fixes it.
12 is fine. All you have to do is have Miami in the ACC championship game. They beat Virginia. They're in the tournament.
You pick who you want in your championship game, though. It's not how it works. You can't just handpick teams.
If there's a 5-way tie, commissioner picks.
Huh?
If there's a 5-way tie, commissioner picks.
So, let's say, all right, so then, let's say a team like...
It would solve all this.
So, let's say, a team like North Carolina loses all 4 of their non-conference games. Maybe 2 of them are to some really crappy team. They lose all 4 non-conference games, but they run the table in the ACC. You going to tell them you can't play for your conference championship, even though you won every ACC game? Because you lost 4 other games that were crap?
Well, okay, here's what I'm going to say. Why do we need conference championship games?
Well, for some teams, it was a chance to get into the college football playoff, like the BYUs of the world.
But should it be a chance to knock you out? But it is.
Who did it knock out?
It didn't this year. But, I mean,
there's too much money.
BYU's going to fall 3 spots. How does Alabama not fall at all?
I don't disagree. because they weren't ever going to keep Bama out. And the only other place
Right,
you could
because it's
drop them,
Bama.
but the only place
Because
you were
it's
going to
Bama.
drop them was one spot to number 10 because that's the last
Because it's
possible spot
Bama.
you could even
Which
get
is
to.
why everybody's so shocked that Notre Dame is left out.
And you're not going to put Miami ahead of Alabama, but then you're also not going to put Notre Dame ahead of Miami at the end of the day either. So I don't
Dude,
go to
and what
16
about
teams.
do what?
Just go to 16 teams.
I don't think it solves it. You still could have the same issue.
You're not going to have the same issue because you're going to get those Texases and the Notre Dames into the playoff with 16 teams. And at the end of the day, then you're going to start debating, like I said, you're going to debate Illinois and Virginia.
Right.
And nobody cares
There's
about.
always gonna be a debate.
Yeah, but it's not going to be the Notre Dames that are going to get debated. Notre Dame's going to be in. And if Notre Dame's sitting there at 17th in the college football playoff
And,
teams with 3 losses, then
I knew we were gonna talk college football for a long time. I didn't know we'd go almost an hour and still not be done. But another thing is Notre Dame's AD is pissed at the ACC.
I saw that. Also, join the conference.
Do they? I mean, they
The
showed.
ACC
Do
advocated.
you know how many times the ACC network showed Miami's win over Notre Dame in like the last week?
As they should. As a
They aired it
conference.
like 10 times.
Do you disagree with it? Like
No, I don't.
as a conference, don't you
I don't.
want to advocate for your member to get into the college football playoff?
Also, Notre Dame, you're not a member of the ACC in football.
Exactly. So that's why I
So
don't understand his anger. He's mad about it because I mean, yes, they are a good ACC partner in 22 other sports, but when you're not a member in football, you can't get mad at the conference for advocating for their own schools.
an actual member. What does he want Jim Phillips to do? Like, hey, Miami, they don't put Notre Dame in.
Yeah,
Hey, take that off the network.
yeah. To me, it's I get the
It's
frustration.
sour grapes, and them not playing in the bowl game, sour grapes.
I get the frustration, and I understand the frustration, but it's not the ACC's fault. Notre Dame's not it.
Oh, I mean, I 100% understand it. You were ahead of them the whole time. You're 8 spots ahead of them, what, a little over a month ago. And then you do what you're supposed to do over 4 games and sit at home and you lose a spot while both of y'all are at home eating bonbons.
I mean, Notre Dame, if you want to be in the college football playoff, you beat Miami. You want to be in the college football playoff, you beat Texas A&M on your home field.
They're gonna go back to that holding call against A&M too.
That's where you should be mad about.
Right.
That's where you should get mad.
Right. Yeah. But I don't know. We could talk about this for a long time.
Let's move on.
Do we need to get to the NFL a little bit?
Yes.
I guess we'll start with the Bengals. Just get it over with.
It was so good for the first.
Yeah, you started off. Just give me your thoughts.
I mean, I love what I saw. First of all, I love snow games. Reminiscent of Buffalo when we beat them in the divisional round of the playoff. What was that, 3 years ago? But
22.
23, 20, I don't know, 23. But anyways, Bengals came out. They took the ball. They said, we want the ball. And they went down and just shoved it right down Buffalo's throat, right down the field, touchdown. Second possession, touchdown. And then was it the third possession, another touchdown, or was it either the fourth one? Yeah. Like, jumped on them early. Joe Burrow looked like healthy, good MVP candidate Joe Burrow. T. Higgins was looking like T. Higgins. You know, the offense was clicking. The offensive line looked great. Defense, first half, is hit and miss. They made some good plays, got a couple sacks.
Couldn't get stops on 4th down.
Yeah, couldn't get stops on 4th down. And then the second half, the wheels kind of, not even the second half, the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter, you're up by 10 with 7.5 to go. You need to win the game. And the defense didn't get stops. Joe Burrow made a few errors, some costly mistakes. The tipped interception and then that screen pass, which I don't know what that was. If you're just going to throw that, you might as well just run the ball since it was on first down. Just hand the ball off.
It was a called run.
It was a called run.
Yeah.
He audibled out of it?
Well, it didn't audible. He just was going to run a little flip over. He saw the corner blitzing and was going to try to throw it over top of him. I don't think he got a good grip of the ball. I also think he didn't have great footing. So
did Joe say that he did that?
Yeah.
I missed that part. So, yeah. So that's on you, Joe. You know, if you're not going to run the play and you're going to do your own thing, you better make sure it works. And not only did it not work, it worked in 7 points in Buffalo's favor. And after that, you knew your defense wasn't going to stop them, and it was lights out.
Well, and we give Zach Taylor a lot of grief for a lot of it, most of it is deserved.
Yeah,
But
such as
you're
not
driving.
onside kicking in that weather. You don't onside kick, and you think that your
Oh,
defense is gonna
100%.
get a
I agree
stop.
with you.
Like,
I
what
agree
are
with you,
you
but
doing?
you also have the lead with 5 minutes to go where you're milking the clock and you call a run play, and you're thinking worst thing that could happen here is we lose a couple yards, and instead your quarterback tries to throw a little out to quick out to Jamar Chase over top of a blitzing corner, and they're going the other way to score, um, which is the tough beat. And look, you've put all the trust in Joe Burrow to make any decision that he wants to make under center because he's earned that.
Yeah,
But just eat that. Even if you're gonna run it or pass it and you see that corner coming, just eat it. Just take the sack. Let's go to second down.
or hand the ball off and run like you're
Or just
supposed to
hand it
do.
off. Or just hand
Like
it
you're
off.
supposed to do. And like you said, the worst thing that happens is you lose 2 yards, the clock runs, and you live to play 2nd and 12.
I mean, you were getting to the point where the clock was a factor,
Yeah, if you woulda got
where
another first down there, Buffalo's gonna start calling some timeouts.
you don't even need to score again. Like,
Right.
it's to where you can put the game away.
Yes.
And yeah, you're right. The next possession, you're like, "Oh, Joe's gonna be mad," and he tip pass, goes straight into the
He
defender's
stared
hands.
down the word like, his eyes were just staring at the receiver, so the defensive lineman just put his hands up because he saw Joe Burrow basically staring right at him, and Joe just threw it right at him. It was a
Right.
bad throw.
Hey, and then they get the ball back, they go straight down the field. T. Higgins gets pass interference in the end zone, makes an
They didn't
unbelievable
call.
one-handed
They don't
catch. They
even
didn't
call
even
it.
call PI,
They don't even
which is just
call it.
which is just wild.
And he's out there with a concussion, like, he's
Yes,
back in concussion protocol today. We
right.
all saw it on TV, pointing to his head multiple times. He did not look right. He looked off, like, he looked like something was wrong, and they
And then he
continued to throw him out there,
and then he makes that catch,
and we all sit there at tailgaters, and we're like, "There's no way you can put him back in this game,"
and he comes
and
back
he comes
out.
back in.
I mean, he talked about it post game. He used this word. I
Told you.
didn't. I'm a soldier.
Yeah.
And I mean that one of the best catches I've ever seen with one hand. And he didn't catch it with one hand because that was the way to do it. He only had one hand.
He's looking sideways out of his face mask, and he's one-hand catch it.
Yeah. And then like you said, at that point, you gotta go onside kick in the snow because you never know what kind of bounce you're gonna get.
And with the defense that you have, you cannot trust them to get the stop, and what happened? Was it 3rd and
Well,
16,
third
15?
third and 15, and you're gonna get the ball back with plenty of time.
Yeah.
I mean, after we'd already seen Josh Allen have a 40-yard run for a touchdown. I mean, it wasn't even difficult, 15-yard pickup. It wasn't even like there was nothing. Now, I will say some of the throws that he made, that that touchdown to Shakir on 4th down where Demetrius Knight was right behind him. I mean, there's angles of that throw. It's just
Yeah.
an incredible play.
Yeah.
But bottom line is the Bengals defense is who we knew they were all season long.
Buffalo did not punt yesterday. Did
No.
not punt. When you can't force
Um,
the other team to punt, you are not gonna win the game.
and I mean, Joe sounded pretty dejected in his post game.
Well, it ended your season.
Yeah, I mean, there's still you're if you're playing break the ice, you've got like one cube left in the game. Like it's almost over. Please tell me you played break the ice.
I did, yes.
Okay. Um, the Bengals scored 33 points again. They scored 34 in this game. In the last 2 years, they're now 4-7 when scoring 33 points or more. The rest of the NFL is 136 and 10 and 2. Entering Sunday, they were 16-1 when up by 10 plus at half with Zach Taylor as their head coach. They are now 16-2, and both of those losses have came this year, as the other one was against the Jets. You just win those 2 games, and you're right there. You're right
Yes,
there.
you're playing in the worst division in football,
Oh, and
and it's not
most
even close,
yeah,
and you still can't even
which is just wild to say, right?
Yeah, I mean, over the last 5 years, it's probably been the best. But I don't know who's good in the NFL. I mean, we've talked about the Bengals, and you know my thoughts of we just need to fire everybody, Duke Tobin and Zach Taylor, and especially Al Golden.
Or
Maybe
just hire a GM. Like,
Al
hire a
Golden.
real actual GM that is allowed to make his own decisions.
Well, that requires ownership to give up some control, and you know how that goes in Cincinnati. But who's good in the NFL? I mean, you keep beating on the Rams drum, which I get, but they just lost to the Panthers last week. I keep beating on the Seahawks drum. They won 37-9 yesterday. I mean, are those the two best teams in the NFL?
Man, Patriots?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Like if like the only two 11-2 teams in football are the Patriots and the Broncos. And
I'm still not sold on the Broncos.
if you're making me pick between the Patriots and the Broncos, yeah, I'm 100% going Patriots.
But
I trust Drake May way more than I
do you
trust
think
Bobo.
either one of those teams are better than the Rams or Seahawks?
No. And is that me being hard-headed? Like, I'm not gonna lie, in my head, like, I still think the Bills, I still think the Chiefs. Like, you know what? I still think the Ravens a little bit,
No,
but no,
no,
so after
no,
watching them the last 2 weeks,
no.
Lamar's not Lamar.
No, the Ravens are not a good football team. The Chiefs are not a good football team.
No, like,
Chargers might be a good football team. What are they doing right now? They're up 10-6. Are you
I don't
watching? Are you gonna go back and watch the Monsters Inc. Monday Night Football Chargers Eagles game tonight?
I don't know, but that was the beginning of the Bengals' run last year when we had the Simpsons Monday Night
Simpsons.
Football
Yeah,
game.
no, that was fun.
We didn't lose a game after that.
I know that was fun. I mean, the Lions look good on Thursday night. Uh, I don't know. The Colts are done. Daniel Jones out for the season. Colts are toast.
Colts they're cooked, right? They just
Yeah,
worked out Philip Rivers.
they won't even make the playoffs at this point now.
They just worked out Philip Rivers. You didn't laugh the first time. I had to say it twice.
Philip Rivers.
He
But
he hasn't played since 21.
well, he's got 15 kids. He might need to come back and get another NFL paycheck. He needs to feed an entire army over there.
Philip Rivers.
Maybe he's still got it. The old gunslinger.
I mean, wouldn't you be better off going to get Andrew Luck?
See if Peyton Manning wants to come back.
I mean, I had to refresh it. Did I read this right? Philip Rivers?
I mean, Jones is out for the year. Leonard hurt himself. What's his name?
Richardson's out.
With what?
He's injured too.
Good Lord. Yeah, if the trade deadline hadn't passed, they could have Joe Flacco back. We'd sell it to him for a fourth rounder.
Fourth rounder. What'd we give up? We gave up like a 6th or a 7th, so you're turning that into a 4th?
They're desperate. They're a
Yeah, let's
playoff
go.
team. They're a
Let's
playoff
go.
team. They need a quarterback. They're
And then
desperate.
re-sign him as the real Joe's backup next year.
The Buccaneers lose to the Saints.
Dude, who is good? Have we ever been this late in the season and we don't know who's good? Or are we just being hard-headed and not just looking at reality and being like, you know what? The Patriots and the Broncos are good at football.
I don't think the Broncos are good at football. Their record says otherwise, but I'm not a believer. I am coming around on the Patriots. Think that they're
Could have beat them with Joe Flacco.
I know we could have. Yeah, if Joe Burrow plays in that Patriots game, I think we do actually probably win that game.
I don't know. I really don't.
I think the Rams,
Like the Eagles,
Seahawks are good. The Rams are good. The Seahawks are good.
are the Packers good again?
Maybe.
Like they beat the Bears, but who knows? Are the Bears are good?
No, I don't think the Bears are good.
I mean,
I don't know. It's crazy.
I guess we'll do a ranking at some point, but we ain't doing that today. We're already too deep in the weeds. What else we say we need to talk about? LeBron. And I'm an MJ over LeBron guy, but just because. But last week, LeBron's NBA record run of 1,297 consecutive games with at least 10 points ended in a win at Toronto. The streak started on January the 6th, 2007. Lasted almost 2 decades. The second longest streak is Michael Jordan with 866. Kareem had 787, and Karl Malone had the fourth longest run at 575. It's not quite 3 times, but it's almost 3 times as long
That's insane.
as Karl Malone's streak.
That's insane.
Like, what were you doing in 2007?
Probably studying for finals at Indiana University.
I mean, like, what was going on in '07?
Well, let's see. What do you think the number one song in 2007 was?
What, in January of 2007?
Is that when it was?
That's when his streak started, January 6, 2007.
Number one song, January 2007. What do you think it was?
I have no idea. Do you
Beyonce's
think I just keep in my memory the songs of
Beyonce's
2007?
Irreplaceable was the top spot for the entire month of January. Also included in the top 5 were Fergie's Fergalicious and Nelly Furtado's Say It Right.
I
That's
mean,
how long ago it's been.
W was still the president,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It was almost the end of the Tubby Smith era at Kentucky. Like, I'm just trying to think, like,
No, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible what LeBron has done in his career and that streak. And I know you're an MJ guy. I'm on the LeBron side of things.
oh god.
But that's a whole nother debate for a different time.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that, but
but
I will say, how many NBA finals did Jordan lose?
how many NBA finals did Bron take just crappy play?
We're not doing this. We're not doing
He
this.
took look at that roster that he took, the Cleveland Cavaliers in his first go
Hey,
round. Look
this
at
is
the
a
roster.
summer show when there's nothing else going on.
Fine. You're just
We're
wrong.
already an hour and 10 minutes into this.
You're wrong. But no, incredible by LeBron. I mean, it's never going to be probably replicated.
Oh, he's a million years old and he's still hooping. I mean, like Jordan had already retired and came back and retired again. Like, for real.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, that's the remarkable part of it all. I wanted to get into this real quick because did you see the drunk raccoon in
I
a
did see
Virginia liquor store?
I sure did. Little buddy had himself a time.
So dude just breaks in,
He had
knocks
himself
down
a time.
knocks out a bunch of bottles and just goes in.
Yeah.
And then he's smart enough to be like, I gotta pass out. I'm going to the bathroom.
How about that? The self-awareness of
Yes.
just knowing when you're too drunk of where you need to get to and you're by the toilet. Like, just the self-awareness to get to the toilet in case something needs to happen. But man,
Dude is just like on his back, butt just straight up, just passed out.
why? He should have, once he gained entry into the liquor store, he should have called all of his other like forest friends and been like, "Yo,
Yep.
we're having a party
Bro.
today. Get over here to the attic hole and get down in here and let's just do some tequila shots."
Bro, I got all the bourbon. It's all on the floor.
Like,
Let's go.
we could add what's the fat squirrel? What's his name?
Fats? Oh, all you gotta do is just say, what was it?
Norris? We could add
Chunkosaurus Rex or something.
We could add Chunk Norris and Chunkosaurus Rex and the raccoon and all like the chipmunks and the squirrels and the bunnies, and they could have had themselves a little rave party. Tequila shots and all of it.
I would watch this Disney cartoon.
I mean, it has to. Like that has a good movie written all
And
over
they
it.
just throw a rave. Like it, dude, we might have an idea.
We do need a movie.
The raccoon sneaks into a liquor store, knocks all the bottles down, brings
Well,
in all his buddies.
I don't think that's going to be a Disney movie. I think that's more going to be like a Netflix,
Yeah, it'd probably be more like a
17 and over type movie there, like a PG-13 rated R type deal.
Sausage Party-esque. Something like
It would be Sausage Party-esque, yeah. But no, little buddy. And then the liquor store. Did you see? I saw this earlier tonight. They embraced little buddy and they came out with 3 names for raccoon themed cocktails.
Okay.
We have the Rye Rascal Sour, the
What's that?
Trash Panda Old Fashioned, and the Midnight Masked Gin Fizz.
Well, I do not think raccoons like being called trash pandas. I think they find that a little derogatory.
Have you spoken to a raccoon about this?
I don't think they find that a little bit derogatory. So I don't think they're gonna like the number 2. What's in these things?
Well, I don't know. If you go to their website, they do have the ingredients or the the recipes posted for if you want to make yourself a trash panned old fashioned or a midnight masked gin fizz or a rye rascal sour. Head on over to the Virginia Alcohol Beverage Control Authority's website, and you can make those from the comfort of your own kitchen and living room.
Yeah, I bet he had a long Sunday too, recovering. Yeah.
Like, you think now he's like, they did say they released him back into the woods or wherever he came from. You think little buddy's gonna try to get back in?
He's getting back in.
He's like,
And
man, that was awesome.
next time Chunkosaurus Rex,
You gotta invite
Chunkosaurus,
you gotta invite the forest friends the next go around. I feel like you got to.
and the round mound of acorn, all of them are coming.
No, I don't think the round mount's coming. That's not a person. It's not a person.
Uh, but dude, yeah, he had him a good time.
Good for him. I'm proud of that little guy.
But you're right, the self-awareness to just like, might have to go to the bathroom. Might have to.
Kind of reminds me
Oh,
of the juice picture.
what?
So it kind of reminds me of the juice.
So now I have to put that up on the video portion of the pod. Um, but yeah. Hey, I finally got the tree up at the house.
Oh, you get the ornaments, the whole shebang on
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, we did it after I got back.
You get one of those
So,
pre-lit trees, or you getting on a step stool and wrapping the tree yourself? And
I don't have the hugest tree. It's probably like a 5, 6 foot tree.
that's about double your size.
It's close to double. Close to double. Close to double.
Dude,
But yeah,
don't hurt yourself trying to get the star up there now.
we got. Oh, I don't put a star. Do you know what I put up?
God, it's probably some dumb tradition of yours. What do we got?
It's just a Santa Cincinnati Bengals hat.
I'd burn it.
I
I
should.
don't think you see. I think you should only put that up on certain year. Like if the Bengals have a winning record, the hat goes on the tree. The Bengals have a losing
It
record,
would never be on the tree.
huh?
It would never be on the tree. It'd be on the tree like 2 years of my life.
Well,
2 years.
that's what it is.
I'd be able to put it up.
Don't celebrate the franchise that is the Cincinnati Bengals when they don't celebrate you, Nick. They don't care about you. You should not care about them.
I do have like it's broke a little bit because it's owed, but I do have an ornament with Carson Palmer, Rudy Johnson, and Chad Johnson.
Peter Rudy.
Yep. Um, since we got so much feedback for the Thanksgiving food draft,
Mm-hmm.
I think we should do a Christmas themed draft.
Yeah, I'm in for that.
Let's do Christmas movies.
I'm in for that.
You got the first pick with the dark turkey,
Yep.
so I'm gonna go first pick.
Hey, can you make sure this time at least you put the graphics on the right side?
Yeah, like
Nope, you screwed up.
yeah, I will make sure.
Thank you.
I was doing all that in the high school gym in the Cayman Islands with no Wi-Fi whatsoever. There was no chance. Like, I agree that I messed it up, but there was no way I was re-uploading that after sitting in the back of the media room, just watching it go 1%, 2%, 3% and over an hour. There was no way I was doing it again. But yes, team tall, team small. First pick.
All right.
And
Go
like I
ahead.
said, I almost would rather have the second and third pick because I'm having a hard time picking between 1 and 2. Christmas Vacation.
I mean, that is the clear cut number one pick. That is a great pick. Christmas Vacation is a movie that you can just quote all year round. Like, there's just things from that movie that you would just say to your friends and relatives in the middle of like July. But no, a classic, always a hilarious movie. Clark Griswold, definitely number one. All right. Number 2 pick for me. A lot of people don't like this movie,
Ooh,
but
so
I like
is
it.
this your noodles and gravy?
No, this
Okay.
is way better than that.
We're going people don't like this movie with your first overall pick?
No, I mean there are people that don't like really like it like a lot, but it's on 24/7 on Christmas Eve on 2 stations. You flip it on TNT or TBS, and it's just going to replay over and over for 24 straight hours. I usually watch it a couple times during that time frame, but A Christmas Story with Ralphie in the BB gun and the whole family is probably.
Who doesn't like the Christmas Story?
I've heard people say they don't like it. Oh,
What?
yeah. I mean, those people aren't very
Like,
smart.
that was that I was trying to pick between Christmas Vacation and a Christmas Story. as my number one,
Oh,
and that's why I'm like,
I
one's an
figured
adult,
I
really,
figured you
one's a
were
kids movie.
I I figured you were probably going with my third pick is your debate, but I don't think Erica. I'm pretty sure Erica doesn't like Christmas Story.
Well, maybe you need to rethink that marriage.
Yeah, it's all because of a movie. Hon, we got to talk.
Like, it's a tradition. Like, it I don't understand, but, like, I could watch that movie. I can't wait to watch that movie during Christmas.
Eh, I
Like, there's certain movies that I watch every year at Christmas.
yes,
The first 2 that we've mentioned are automatics.
yes, automatics. And my number 2 pick or number 3 overall is the OG original Home Alone.
Yeah. I mean, bro, I got nothing. Like, those are the
Top
you
3.
we I would have the exact same order right now.
Yeah, I think I would too. So
And now the
now
question
we start getting into the how many picks are we doing each?
we're doing 4.
4 picks. Okay, okay.
Um,
Now it starts getting a little bit tougher.
it does get tougher, but I think at number 4, I'm going Elf.
Yep, it's a good pick.
And dude, sequels aren't normally that good.
You going Lost in New York?
If I watch Home Alone 1, I'm watching the Home Alone 2 next.
I mean, Home Alone 2 was good. It was a very good sequel.
So, yeah, I'm going Elf and Home Alone 2.
Okay, okay. I like that. My next pick, we're gonna go with Tim Allen and the Santa Claus.
See, this is not good because I'm not able to cuss you out, and you aren't able to because we are getting this right.
Yeah, there's like I feel like most of our listening audience would probably agree with us. So Santa Claus, and then what? I have one more pick. I mean, I'm gonna go way off the path here just because
Oh God,
I really enjoy the movie,
this is your last pick.
and it's not a really like 100% a Christmas movie, but it is based around Christmas.
Don't do Die Hard.
No, 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 no. This is more of a Christmas movie than that. Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds and Amy Smart. Just Friends is a great.
Is that the one where he's fat?
Yeah. Yeah. He's fat and Anna it was Anna Faris, I think is in that movie.
Yes. And
Yeah.
he's like her agent or something.
Agent, yes.
There's no way this is
It's so
a
good.
I
It's a
mean, it's
great
a
movie.
fine movie.
It's a great movie.
It
It's
does not
hilarious.
belong on this list.
It belongs on the list. It belongs on my list. I love Just Friends. I would watch Just Friends right now if I could.
I mean, aren't there a lot of movies that are around Christmas, but they're not actually a Christmas movie?
I don't know.
Like I would say Die Hard is in that same.
No, no, like Just Friends is more of a Christmas movie than that. All right, you got
I
one more
don't know.
pick. Why you have to if we're gonna do these lists, you got to put a controversial pick in there. And I'll
You don't
watch
have to.
when our listeners hear this list, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Just Friends. That's a great movie. That's a great pick." That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say.
This is another movie that 100% I watch every Christmas. Bad Santa.
Oh my god, Billy Bob Thornton.
Yes. Underrated Christmas
I
movie.
think
Like,
it's like Bad Mom's Christmas or something.
I'll watch that because of Mila Kunis, but it's
Okay,
not going on my list. Just because Amy Smart's carrying Just Friends and getting them on your list, that ain't a reason. Bad Santa, dude. The little boy is one of the most hilarious characters in the history of film.
History of
What did you do with sandwiches? I can't really say what he says, but it's like unbelievable. Those like I'll watch it. I'll 100%. I'll if I have to pay for a streaming service for a month to be able to watch Bad Santa, I will do it.
I might just go out and find the DVD as a Christmas gift to you and get it for you.
I already have it. I already have it. You don't need to be doing that
Well, then what do you need a streaming service for?
because I don't even think I have a DVD player anymore. It's
Good point. Now you just
2025.
pop it in your PlayStation.
Yeah, my PlayStation doesn't have it. I don't have a
Classics
disc.
that we left off. So I mean, I mostly agree with our list, except the last 2 picks are a little controversial, which we needed because I think Bad Santa's a bad
I
pick.
don't think mine is controversial at all.
Yeah, Bad Santa does not belong on the list.
Just
my
Friends
guy.
ain't even a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie. It absolutely is a Christmas movie. They sing Christmas carols to like
I've seen
the
Christmas
people at
carols
the
in a lot of
church.
movies. All right, what did we leave off?
I mean, some classics that we left off, but I mean, these were like before our time, like The Miracle on 34th Street
Yeah.
and It's a Wonderful Life.
We're
No
probably gonna get
Grinch.
cussed out for leaving those off.
No Grinch on
If you were going Grinch, which one would you put on?
the Jim Carrey Grinch.
D Everybody said the new one was really good, but I haven't watched
I
it.
mean, Polar Express was a good one, but
We are not putting Polar Express on our
what
list.
about the Muppets Christmas Carol?
I mean, all the Flintstones Christmas Carol is the best Christmas Carol.
Charlie Brown Christmas?
Charlie Brown Christmas could have been on the list. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the
The claymation?
yes. I mean, I that was my favorite as a kid. The Abominable Snowman, I'm still kind of he's one of my favorite Christmas characters.
Yeah. No, I think I won the draft though.
Well, Just Friends lost you the draft.
No, well, Just Friends actually put me over the top. They put me
Oh,
over
we
the
didn't
top.
talk about Scrooged?
Duh. Yeah.
I mean, there's like 47 Santa Clauses now.
Yeah,
I
just the
don't
original.
like
OG Tim Allen, #1 is all you need. I'm just glad that Neil
uh,
got his weenie whistle on that one.
you didn't mention a very Harold and Kumar Christmas.
That was gonna be my
It's
next pick.
actually good.
That was
It's
gonna be my
actually
next
good.
pick, but we ran out of time.
It's actually a good movie. It doesn't deserve on a list.
No, it doesn't deserve on anybody's list.
Charlie Brown, it was probably I don't know. It's just
I won. I think I won the draft.
I don't think you did, but I mean, Just
We'll let the
Friends
listener.
loses you, bro.
We'll let the
You
listener.
couldn't have come up with anything better than Just Friends.
I don't need to come up with anything better than Just Friends because Just Friends is that good. It's that good.
We're gonna be doing the show in 10 years, and that's gonna be your noodles and gravy.
That is not a noodles and gravy type of pick.
It is a pick.
First
And
of
also,
all,
there's no family tradition with it. Like, you don't even grandma didn't make you Just Friends. She wasn't the director or the producer of Just Friends.
but I
Like,
also didn't
grandma
put it as
made
my
hot
second.
noodles and gravy.
I would have put it as my second pick, then maybe I get cussed out. But since I put it as my last pick, and it is a great movie, it deserves to be on the list.
I
Noodles and
will
gravy
get
does not deserve to be on any Thanksgiving list ever.
this might you keep ragging my grandma's traditions, dude.
Oh, your grandma is a lovely lady. She was a lovely lady, and I've got the utmost respect for Grandma Evans, or was it your mom's mom?
Wait, Grandma Whalen.
Grandma
Yeah.
Whalen. Utmost respect. But the noodles and gravy.
Dude, 100%. I'm getting you some next year. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Can I have it in like March when like normal people eat noodles and gravy?
No, but you can have it early because I think I'm going to the Caymans again, so you'll get it in mid-November.
Speaking of early, you got cussed out yesterday a little bit
What for?
from William Brown. I told him I would give him a shout out on here. You went to your mom's birthday 3 weeks early.
Mhm. Yeah.
We had a little birthday celebration for Shirley.
Yeah.
Early. So happy
Yeah.
3-week early birthday to Shirley.
Yeah.
And you said you're
2
gonna
week
have
early. 2 week
so you're gonna have Italian for dinner.
Mhm.
And William
That's
Brown straight
Italian on
cussed you out
weekends.
because he's like, well, that's weird because you're eating Italian on the weekend, and he only
Was
eats
it Sunday
Italian
or was it the weekend?
the weekend because you're having it last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
He's
He's
like, I
like,
only eat
normally
Italian on the weekdays.
you have Italian on the weekdays. We had Al Pastor. It was delicious.
I don't know what that
Um,
is. Is that a restaurant or
it's
is that a food?
it's a restaurant.
Okay. What'd you get? Little
Pretty
chicken,
authentic.
little
We
chicken
got some
parm?
carbonara, we got some pizza, we got some spaghetti, just the
The basics,
regular old yeah.
the basic food groups.
But yeah, we did mom's birthday because she's on the 21st and everything gets busy around Christmas, and if you're a Christmas baby, your birthday always gets forgotten.
So when's your birthday party?
Well, no, nobody cares.
Did they even like celebrate? Did they even sing happy birthday to you last night, or was it just mom?
It was just mom, and I wanted it to be just mom.
Your birthday's on the 24th. We got to get you a
Yeah.
birthday party.
Yeah, we're fine.
We'll bring some cupcakes to the tailgate next week against the Ravens, and
We don't need a birthday party. But we should throw a party because we're back on air for the first time in 2.5 weeks.
yeah, we're not dead.
I knew we'd go long today because we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it was a
But
good show.
keep telling yourself that. But we got to figure out when we can do this again because both working the women's game on Wednesday night. I have a Christmas party on Thursday night. Sundays have been tough because
Christmas party on Friday night.
so
Basketball. All right,
we'll
yeah.
be in Cincinnati on Sunday. So next Monday at the
I mean, we
I would say
could do we could do a pod from the Yum Center since it's a 9:00 game against Ball State on Wednesday
Oh,
night.
oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess we could do it before.
That's what I'm saying. A little 7 o'clock pod, 6:30 pod from the locker rooms of the KFC Young Center.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it. But I don't know. I'm just glad it's not going to take me 47 hours to upload this because I'm at the crib.
There you go. Well, while you're uploading it, why don't you go pop in that Bad Santa DVD and have yourself a night.
When was the last time you watched it?
Oh, it's been a while.
Watch it.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna watch Just Friends.
I will watch Just Friends, but you promised me you're going to watch Bad Santa, and next year that will probably be on your list.
It won't be, but also you got to get busy watching the Fast and Furious franchises because you owe us a 10-page paper at the end of
That's
the
true.
football season. So
Oof, from first to worst. It stings giving that belt away when you come in last. Just a all-time shambles of a season for
the Hooties.
my fantasy squads, all three of them. It was a rough year, and I'm used to winning. But all right, we've rambled long enough. For the 6-6 Neil, I'm the 410 Nick. You've been listening to the Height Differential. Make sure you're following us on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Hit that subscribe button so you know, hey, when we haven't done a show for 2 weeks, you'll at least get notified and be like, hey, these idiots are back. We'll talk to you sometime next week.
Give it to me.
Oh, you died. Oh, are you back?
Yeah, are you back?
That was you.
It was you.
That was not me.
All right. Yeah, you got the Hoosiers.